I've done goofed. I've done goofed. I'm late today. I'm late to my own stream. I was taking a dump bowl of myself. And you know what? We're back. We're ready. I can't even hear myself in the background right now. Oh, man. Fucking up on all sorts of different levels. I don't even have... I'm running the video and I don't even have my fucking thing taken off right now. It's a very highly professional stream, as you can see. I'm just running around getting my poops out, getting my dumps out, waiting for Bitcoin to dump. Maybe, probably not today, but but there's several things to talk about. Many things to talk about. Let me turn on my light over here. Elsa, bring my shoes. Bring my streaming shoes. Stop being fucking lazy. All right, there's plenty to discuss today, guys. Plenty of things to discuss today. I don't know. They're in the living room. Go get them, though. They're in your room. Where the fuck are they? Yeah, that's right. They are there. Anyways, plenty of things to discuss today. I do want to say hello to everyone out there in cryptocurrency land. Holy shit, man. It's nice and early morning. I see Sal Bogats. He says, that duty probably don't stink as bad as your Bitcoin predictions. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. You've been saying the same thing for like months now, and you've been wrong every time. But I love the conviction on how you just stand towards this. Just beautiful, man. Just fucking beautiful. Holy shit. It is absolutely amazing to see amazing to see someone who's just so fucking stuck in their thing. And I follow this guy. I follow this guy's comments. I love calling this out, by the way. I've been following this guy's comments for like fucking 3-4 months now. Same comment on every fucking video. It's hilarious. You can backtrack this. Wrong every time. It's hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. Like, where does this come from? I don't know. Anyways, good morning to you, Mr. Alex Twitch. Good to see you, my man. Good to fucking see you fucking by the dip. Good name as well. I know exactly what you're looking for. You're looking for some stinky linkies in the rave elevator. It's been a long damn time, man, but it's good to see you as well, my man. And when sound effects again, let me actually see if they're loaded up on this computer. I'm actually curious right here. Oh, damn. I did find it. Hold on. Let's actually turn it on over here. I need to have my desktop audio on, but it does look like at least that one's working. And let me see if my other big ones are working over here. What's up, Farhan? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. JM, good morning to you as well, my man. Dad Rackets, imagine being invested on someone's channel. There's actually many such cases of this, to be honest with you. And to be fair, like much worse than that guy as well. But it's actually hilarious. When you find one of these people, it's like my hidden gems. It's like my hidden gems. It's like when you find a crazy person on TikTok or Instagram, and then you go to their profile and you like kind of zoom in on their life and you're like, oh man, I got a good one here. And you can't really follow them because then it might break the mystique, but you have to save their names so that you can check on in them every once in a while and be like, what is this guy's take today? Like what is going on here? It's fucking amazing, man. It really actually does make my day. That's actually one of my guilty pleasures on especially Twitter and Instagram is like finding these people. My favorite ones actually are not the ones who hate me. My favorite ones are the horny ones, usually not for me as well, but like you find them and like they write like these paragraphs to people who might not even exist, on these social media venues like Instagram and Twitter and TikTok probably as well. And they just let it all out. They let it all out. And it's like society hasn't found these people, unfortunately. They're just floating out there. It's amazing, man. Lil Ba says, how's your Finnish? My Finnish consists of 3 words. I've been living here for 5 or 6 years now. It is moi, kiitos, and moi moi, which means hi, thank you, and bye-bye, which is pretty much how all my conversations go here. And if you are Finnish, you know that that's true. And it's nothing wrong with Finnish people. I actually love Finnish people. I love living here. I want to become Finnish myself. But the one thing I have to give up by living here is any semblance of male friends because they just... it's just not fucking happening, man. It sounds like an amateur king, says Felipe. It kind of is. I mean, it kind of is. At least from my side. Like, it's fucking hilarious to find these people and just see what they're up to on a Monday. When you're bored. It's great, man. That's about all that Finnish people say. That's exactly right, Ram. Actually, apparently we have some Finnish people here. Every once in a while, I will meet a Finnish person who watches a channel, and it's actually really, really cool. And they've all been super fucking cool as well. And in general, Finnish people are like, yeah, have you ever seen that guy? He's a driver. His name is Kimi Räikkönen. he's like a very, very clear image of what a Finnish person is like. So if you're familiar with, I think he was in Formula One, that guy. That's what Finnish men are like. That's just what they're like. Linked up hard today. Haven't checked in on it. I actually don't really check on too much on Link, but if we have the Link Marines here today, then we will do such things. I still have plenty of coffee to go through. Like I said, I'm a little bit later today, but we can. Do I enjoy making fun of your people? Like, do you own all of them? What the fuck? The Iceman. Eric, are you Italian, my brother? Look, I'm told by my parents that I am a mix of Irish, Norwegian, and English, and maybe Polish or Russian or something like that. I don't see it, man. I get Greek and Italian all the time. So probably my mom was like, cheating on my dad with the pool bar, whatever the fuck. So fair enough, man. I'll take Italian or Greek. That's good to me. I'd actually love to get a home at some point in Greece, especially. We actually are planning on visiting Italy either this year or next year. So maybe it might be Italy, but I think one of those two places I fucking love it. But I love the Greek people as well, man. Alex Switch being one of them. He's great fucking person. Anyways, I do want to show everyone some current event here because, well, it's just interesting. And so I'm going to go over to my chart view and I want to bring in just in from Watcher Guru. Andrew Tate proposes launching his own cryptocurrency. Great, fucking amazing. Backing it with 100 million and never selling. Okay, I feel like I've read this one before. Hey, crypto Twitter, if I launch a coin and back it with 100 million of my own money and never sell, then I'll let university.com members get in early at a discount. Okay, I thought that was like an incomplete sentence there, but I guess that kind of makes sense. Anyways, he goes on to say, and then because I'm the most famous man alive, okay, it's like cringe. I'll promote it everywhere, and I'll promote it everywhere. Let you all make money you have. Yeah. Money you have. I like it. Look, I actually do like listening to Andrew Tate's takes sometimes, and sometimes some of them I agree with for sure as well. He has some very common sense ones as well as some absolutely fucking unhinged shit that really appeals to the wrong person. But I can tell you when my opinion of Andrew Tate really changed to like, okay, I'm not just like thinking this guy's a little bit maybe on the edge, but he's this guy is out to just get as much fucking money as possible. I'll show you. I might get banned on YouTube for this, but I'll show you. Okay, I need to remember. Oh yeah. Okay. That's what it is. All right, so we're gonna do a field trip today. Oh god. Okay. This is bad. All right, I probably shouldn't show this, but we're gonna show it. Okay. All right, if you know who Mike Israetel is, or Dr. Mike Israetel, I guess is his proper name, he did a nice little exposure video on him. Now, Dr. Mike is a real professional exercise scientist. He's like an actual, genius when it comes to that shit. His take here is just so good, and I'm gonna let it speak for itself. So we'll just watch the opening here, and then there's just one other scene that like we have to fucking watch. It's so fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. All right, let me turn up the sound over here. Let me make sure that this isn't like completely fucking wrecked, and let's see what he has to say. Some amazing insights from Mr. Tate.
Most of you won't be able to do that. In fact, I would damn guarantee them.
Hey, what is this? What is this fucking? Hold on. I know what's going on.
Most of you won't be able to do that. In fact, I would damn guarantee I'm stronger than you.
Okay.
Probably in better shape than you. I would actually recommend most of you people start.
You people.
That's right. You people. Just fucking great. That is where it starts, but it does not get finished there. It does not get finished there at all, my man. Oh god. All right. So here's the thing. Andrew Tate, probably before you knew him, or maybe you knew him at this point as well. He was making courses on all sorts of different things, I suppose, while also doing his webcam thing, which is cool as well. And one of them was a fitness course, which, to be fair, I mean, he's in pretty damn good shape. His take on fitness, however, very, very interesting though. So let me turn this up a little bit more. Apparently it wasn't loud enough right there. So let me just try this a little bit better. So let's get this settled over here and over there. All right, great. Let's try this again. Hopefully it doesn't fucking buffer the whole damn way through, because that would be extremely annoying. Okay. All right. We're just going to watch this.
Welcome to the Tate Fitness course.
There's a Tate Fitness course. Unbelievable.
Oh,
this
yeah.
fitness course has a very unique angle to it. And the angle to
damn it. Don't do this to me right now, YouTube, you fuck. Oh, this is the worst when this shit happens. I don't know why this happens. I actually don't know why this happens, but it keeps on fucking boofering. We might not be able to do it, guys. Or maybe I'm already getting banned from YouTube.
Staying in shape, having a
Okay. Oh, God damn it.
good physique, growing your strength in as little time as possible.
Okay.
Sounds really good.
This is not going to be one of those courses that talks about f***ing this muscle, that muscle, eat this, eat that.
Okay, so nothing with actual content or information. Just hardcore stuff.
This tendon, this joint.
It's like, I don't know any of that stuff. I don't actually know things. I just want results.
I'm uninterested in all of that shit. Even when I was a professional fighter, I was completely uninterested in all of those things.
Almost all professional fighters are, I can assure you.
Even as a world champion, I was uninterested. I believed in hard work and dedication.
I don't understand how hard work and dedication are antithetical to knowing what you're doing. But I suppose if your mental bandwidth is small enough, it's one or the other.
To not believe in this muscle, that muscle, da-da-da. So if you're looking for a fitness course that's going to sit there and talk about a whole bunch of science
Science.
and garbage,
Garbage. Yeah.
then go buy another one.
Another one. No, wait. Go buy another one. Hey guys, if you really like that.
This motherfucker.
really
God
like-
damn it. It's not showing the part that I wanted to show. But you know what? Fair enough. We'll get back to Bitcoin over here. I can see that Illuminati got your ass. They got me, man. They fucking got me. Yeah, that dial-up internet not doing well. I don't know what it is, though. Like, if I try to play a YouTube video and then I have multiple YouTube windows open, like multiple different windows playing YouTube, then for whatever reason, like, it just keeps on fucking boofering the whole damn time. Really fucking annoying. Oh, it's also because I touch myself in that as well. That is also a reason why these things happen to me. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Anyways, I guess we'll get off that topic. Maybe we'll go back to it a little bit later. I need to get my notes ready over here. I'm almost done with my caffeine. I need to make sure that I also have my chats ready over here so I can actually see what's going on. When Lambo says job blow, I don't know, man. Maybe our 2018 memes will never come true. I don't know. Why would I want to pay for science and garbage? Exactly, man. Exactly. Just listen to my man Tate. He knows what's up, and he will lead us to the promised land, as always. Just is what it is, man. It just is what it is. Does Krown still check alts? I mean, we'll probably go over a few of them today. In fact, I was planning on going over Ethereum just because I actually don't have... Well, okay, here's the thing. There's a couple of extremely important things for Bitcoin, but there's not really much other than that. That's the problem. There's not a whole lot of Bitcoin content for today, but there is some Ethereum action, so I figured that we'd get into that, and then we'll look at some bullshit altcoins as well, I'm sure. And it'd actually be a very interesting day to see some bullshit altcoins, just because if we do see a lot of alts that actually look, heavily in one direction, whether it be bullish or bearish, I think that will actually help round out the overall analysis and overall buys for Bitcoin. But, just kind of spoil a surprise for a lot of things. Whether you're bullish or bearish on Bitcoin, I do think that obviously this week was nothing, which we kind of said was likely, but next week probably also going to be nothing. I don't think that we're going to get any real moves, whether it be to the upside or the downside, until, would this be the second week, until like the week of the 11th of February. That's when things, I do think, will start to move very, very likely. Still kind of, overall, bias towards the downside, but generally speaking, whether you're bullish or bearish, that would be about the time that things do start likely moving. How is Superverse below 300 million market cap? That is Elliot's favorite one. And actually, we could look at that one today. That one actually has been doing, or it was doing, some very interesting things this week. I think it actually made new highs for the year or close to it. And most things kind of were not. So if you see outliers like that, I think it's a good time to actually be paying attention to such things. But anyways, all right. Oh my God. This guy is just the worst. This guy is actually just the worst. Sir, you have like a public trading record from your comments. Like, you can't back that up. You can't just lie on that. Anyways, we get NFP news today. Yeah, could move the markets in the on the very low term timeframes, but we haven't really seen economic data matter all that much for especially Bitcoin, since it's got to be like September maybe. You remember especially like in the back half of 2022 and then the first half of 2023, everyone was kind of really enamored by FOMC and interest rates and this data and that data. And really, since like the back half of 2023, it just has not really been driving markets for Bitcoin specifically. For traditional markets, different story perhaps, but for Bitcoin, nothing, man, nothing. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. Okay, Orca. Let me just take a. I want to take one big ice cube of this, and then we'll get on with it. Actually, we could do that. We could do that. Powell said he's never lowering interest rates. I believe him. Now, of course, at some point they will lower interest rates. All right. Okay. Let's see. Let me get it ready over here. Let me get my notes ready over here. All right. Great. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Boom. Do I have my charts ready over here? No, I do not. Actually, we could probably keep. Maybe we could do something like this. What? Yeah, you probably should open the door. It's pretty fucking hot in here. It's actually hilariously hot in our apartment. I don't understand why. Okay, let's get this one ready over here. All right, I want this one right there. And then what else do we have? Do I have one over here? Oh yeah, I do have one over here that I would like to talk about. Okay, yeah. All right, now we got it all nice and well situated and fucking by the dip. Of course, he wants to look at Link. We'll look at Link in the short term ish. And I'll wait for Elsa to open the door, and then we'll get on with it. Senor, Elsa opens our balcony door, which overlooks like this kind of parking lot area right now because they're building new shit. And she says, "Oh, peasants, just leave it. That's fine. Please leave it." Jesus Christ, you don't need to open the whole damn thing. The hell, BitBoy ran away. What? Are you gonna laugh like Santa Claus right now? All right, great. Okay, let me adjust that. Okay, and then I think we're good to go. All right. Okay, actually, hold on. What title do I want to have for this video? Have to think about that, ma'am. Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. All right. Is today the turning point for Bitcoin? Is today going to be one of the major closures for the weekly for Bitcoin? As we do get into this one, no, that is not what I want to say. What the fuck? You can see like my whole process just falling apart here just because I had a late morning dump. We have a very major closure for Bitcoin on the weekly for CME on today. And that is a long way of saying today's very, very important as we can get an overall bias on the general direction for the next few weeks to come into the end of February. So the first things first that I'm talking about right on over here is Mr. Senor Bing and Mr. Bong, which we have been meeting many times throughout the past 4 weeks, actually, on the weekly time frame for CME. You can see rejection on Mr. Bing, test of Mr. Bong, rejection of Mr. Bong, and test of Mr. Bing over here on the south side, followed by yet another test of Mr. Bong. And in this case, the weekly is going to be closing today for CME. And the very, very important thing about that is that the median on the weekly HPDR bands, which again closes today in 15 hours, 10 minutes, and 46 seconds, is at 42,835. There is one very obvious signal that, if met, would imply downside, probably not next week, but throughout the back half of February, and that would be if today closes below for the weekly 42,835 on CME specifically, not on spot price action, but on CME. If you see that, that's a damn good indication that Bitcoin's going to spend the rest of the month kind of floundering within the lower bounds of this territory right here between the median, which is basically just below 43,000 bucks, and the bottom side of the blue 50% of historical returns range lows, which is actually currently hovering at 36,300 or so, and that will obviously change with next week's open, but it gives us a range of likely probabilities for price to kind of oscillate between as Bitcoin kind of fills out this area. Now, I suppose the hopium on the other side would be that if Bitcoin does close above the median right here, it does keep bullish hopium alive, although I do think that it is still less likely here based off of the things that we've been speaking about on the more long-term videos, which I won't go over in this particular video. But if Bitcoin were to close above the median, I would still say that Bitcoin can I wouldn't say easily, but could still pop back up towards $46,000 $40,000 before, really playing out that next move, which again likely does come to the downside. So if you're interested in the more long-term view on Bitcoin, check out the Saturday video from 2 Saturdays ago. That will put you about in the right place. You can see the weekly median for spot price action over here coming in at 44,600. And as of right now, could we kind of consider this a test of it and maybe rejection of it? Well, especially if Bitcoin does close below the median for CME today, that would be an early indication of such things. And, we probably do see that fall through into next week. So again, these are kind of small moves to be fair, but it does likely dictate the general direction for the time to come. Now, moving on from there, I do want to get into weekly stochastic momentum, which we actually haven't even looked at in quite some time. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because we do still see that it is below it is still angled to the downside as long as Bitcoin is below 47,625 for today's closure, again for the weekly 4 CME. And it is also getting its first closure below the moving average on this and also getting kicked out of the critical zone, which would be an indication that this is, going to continue onwards and forwards to the downside. Again, so today's closure below that level, which to be fair, does seem quite likely as of right now, would also kind of drive that, which should play kind of hand in hand with the setup over here. If we see both of those things kind of fail that pivot and close below it, okay, at that point, yeah, it's probably not gonna be next week, but throughout the rest of February, in the back half, very likely we do see that downside start to emerge. On top of that, this is coming within the context of extreme lows on volatility. Again, I do kind of expect it to stay down there, similar to the 5-day time frame over here, but we do see that the 5-day and the weekly are going to be playing hand in hand with each other, as the 5 days actually pivoted pretty much the same region, 47,460, but not closing today, obviously, so not as relevant for spot price action, of course, right here. And actually spot price action is a little bit higher than that. So with all of that in mind, we can now go into actually the daily look for the HPDR band, especially on the index. And we can also see that the daily range showing the median coming in right around about 42,300. That would also be a pretty strong indication that Bitcoin were to fail it today, meaning close below it today. This is for the index, not for CME in this case. Then very likely next week we do see, again, Bitcoin probably fail at the bottom side of this range on the daily, maybe back down to 40,000 bucks. And that would likely set the tone. That would likely set the tone for the rest of the month. But that'd be sort of the the next sort of domino in place, I guess. Until then, as long as Bitcoin's above the median, we very well might see that rally towards 45 or maybe even 46,000 bucks. But that'd be sort of the next obvious area that I'd be looking for on a major rejection. One of the reasons why I'd be saying that is because of a very simplistic form of analysis right here, but also very powerful analysis. If we take the high of Bitcoin thus far for this year and also the low that we did see in late January, we can see that Bitcoin's currently at the 50% level right here. Very, very important. As long as Bitcoin's below it, it is technically weak. And I'll credit Michael Bozzino for that analysis right there, as he's the one who's actually really popularized the 50% level, and his brother Jason Bozzino. Well, of course, Jason Bozzino as well. And that's actually one of the things that I've taken from them that I think really fucking works incredibly well. And then also we have the 618 coming in right around about 44,750. So Bitcoin's still operating below all these major fibs. Does kind of say to me that, hey, this is more distributive than not, especially as long as Bitcoin's below that $46,000 region. So anyways, moving on from there, what else do we have? Do we have any hopium? Of course, there's always hopium. Like I said, if Bitcoin can maintain above the weekly median for the HPDR bands on CME, that keeps the hopium alive. And other than that, I don't really actually have too much that is new for you. We could look at Ethereum really, really quickly here. Looking at Ethereum on the weekly, let me actually pull up a more long-running chart for this one. And we can see that thus far, it is actually rejecting the median on the HPDR bands. Now, I don't think that Ethereum will kind of move on its own. And I don't look at this as I actually don't look at this one as indicative as likely to test the bottom side of this region. Just yet, or anything like that. It's kind of just oscillating around it, so we don't really have anything that's super obvious right here. Looking at the daily, we do have another obvious play similar to Bitcoin in the sense that if Ethereum does close below 2280 today, then that would be indicative that Ethereum does play a short-term downside move, probably to open up next week somewhere down like 2150-ish region to 2160-ish region. But until then, I guess hopium does remain alive, but that would be the short-term pivot for right now. And I think that's pretty much all that I have for today. Not a whole hell of a lot of new things, but just seeing this kind of week progress, we did kind of expect that it was going to be a boring week. And I think that actually next week will probably be boring as well. But things do get set up, of course, over here. And Yeah, other than that, do we have anything new on this chart? No, not really, or at least not anything that was not spoken about yesterday. Still potential for hidden bearish divergence here on Bitcoin, but needs to close below 42,300 on the daily. So I'll leave it right there, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. With all of that said, I'd like to wish you the best of the best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully Saturday. All right, nice one, sirs and zers. A little bit sloppy on that. Don't be exit liquidity, says Felipe. Maybe. I always think the terminology exit liquidity is very funny when you hear people talking about it on Twitter. It's like, look, unless you're a big firm, you don't need fucking exit liquidity. Like, the market can very easily absorb, millions of contracts actually, usually within about a $3 to $5 spread. So I don't think exit liquidity is actually a really big issue unless you're like a major player dealing with, honestly, like 50 to 100 million minimum. At that point, doesn't really matter in my opinion. Anyways, I needed that Gaussian channel. I mean, there's not really anything to update it with it here. The only obvious play is that if it breaks the mean band at 42,300, then yeah, probably comes down to 40,000 bucks even and tries for a bounce there again. I don't think it would actually break down from this particular posture, even if it did, close below. I don't think it'd do something like that. I do think still this is kind of the way. The question is like, how high would that bounce be? Maybe it'd come down like here and then maybe bounce into a lower high and then, holy shit, that is loud. That is super fucking loud. Let me turn that down. That is hilariously loud. That actually kind of scared me. 50 to 100 million pennies. Well, you can put your orders in terms of pennies, but it's actually not going to matter either. Anyways, actually, there's a really good question right here from Mr. Glitch. He says, do you chart Dixie? So we can actually look at it and I can chart it. It's just, I don't think it matters all that much for Bitcoin. We haven't really seen it play in any meaningful way for Bitcoin in recent times. Dixie was rallying basically while Bitcoin was putting in its current highs for the year. I mean, is that like, doesn't really help the overall analysis. Generally though, if I'm just looking at Dixie, Jesus Christ, I'm just drawing shit everywhere. Let me go back to my regular thing. If I'm just looking at Dixie, I think the analysis for Dixie is quite clear. Relative short term on a weekly, let's say, probably does come back down to this lower base at 101 or just above 101, but I don't think it's going to break down there just yet as well. Might not even break down there at all, but ultimately for Dixie, do I think that this is the high over here? Yes. Do I think it's going to break down exactly from here? No. It's kind of like Bitcoin. It's like, it's going to take its time going sideways, I suspect. If it is going to break down, it probably happens much later this year, in my opinion. And we actually do have some signals over here that would be indicative of a breakdown more likely to occur. We do see that monthly jewel is actually about to point down. It's not a full signal just yet, but the DMI is already red. So that if it does start to turn dark blue, then yeah, that would be a full signal, and that probably does precede a breakdown, 1 to 4 months from that time. So it's going to take its time. I think the most likely thing here to happen for Dixie is just trade sideways in this range for a very long time, maybe most of this year, if not all of this year, looking at the yearly. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting like humongous moves, to be honest with you. So probably going to be boring if you're just looking at that, but realistically, I don't think it matters all that much. All right, back onto Bitcoin, back onto the comments over here. Let me PP is this bull run's meme of choice. Oh, let's just fucking get into another great Sal comment. All right, is PP doing good? Is PP doing good? Let's see if PP is doing good over here. Literally terrible. Literally fucking terrible. Thank you for that amazing piece of information. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, let me see what chats else has already pulled up for me, and we're going to start off with Thomas Meredith today. He's looking at SUI on the 4-hour. Okay, so let's compare PP towards SUI. And I don't even know what SUI is going to look like, by the way, but let's just see what the meme choice is going to be. SUI. We can compare PPs, you and me. We have a good chart versus a fucking terrible chart. Which one's the choice for the year? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Look, long term, like I think we've looked at this one before over the live streams. It's been generally good for a very long time. Does it spend some time consolidating around here? Probably yes. I don't think it's ready to like bust on through to like a major trending move to new all-time highs. I think it probably spent some time consolidating here, but ultimately this one very likely does make new all-time highs. Maybe not this month, but well, actually probably maybe not this month, but very likely whatever month comes after this, March. Very, very good chart long term. Just I would be aware of potential corrections in the more near term. Back down to 130 would be very, very easy to do. Maybe even back down to like 116, 117 region. The reason why I'm saying that is because we do see some pretty severe drives of bearish divergence here forming. That is contingent upon this confirming a local high, which it has not done just yet. If it comes back down below yesterday's low, which is 143, and especially close below there, then yes, you will have a local high. You will have multiple drives of divergence come off that last high. At the very least, you're probably looking at a move back down to 130, probably a bounce there. But I do think that things could correct further south before putting in that next major higher low and continuing on to new all-time highs for this one. But it's very common for things to kind of pull back after retesting. In this case, it's prior all-time high. So I think that that's kind of what you're in the process of doing right now, or not what you are, but what this asset, this crypto asset is in the process of doing. But in the sea of cryptos, it's probably one of the best charts. But of course, one thing before the next, things don't generally move in a straight line. If you're looking at a 4-hour time frame, as you also did request, short term, just a range play between 157 high and like 145 low. I do think it does test 145 again in the more near term. Is Juan what's oh, okay. Oh god, we got some spammer. Yeah, if you're just gonna spam your shit, you're gonna be banned actually. Can I get axe to your bunghole?
No, you cannot get axe to your bunghole.
Can I take an axe to your bunghole?
No, you're gonna get an axe.
Oh, you're gonna get Elsa's gonna put the axe to your bunghole if you continue to spam shitcoin tickers, or just really any tickers for that matter. It just kind of muddles the chat and makes it annoying for everyone else who's like actually a normal person. Okay, Iswan says, Iswan, is that a question or a statement? Chainlink on the daily weekly. Yeah, let's check it out. I've seen this one called out a few times today already, and I've seen it on Twitter as well. And yeah, this looks like a breakout in action to me. It's very interesting to see that Chainlink does seem to be the first mover yet again. It was the first mover, or it was moving ahead of many things back in September and October. And it does seem to be, yeah, moving kind of ahead of everything else as well right here. Really fucking good. Really, really fucking good. You do have an obvious consolidation. Let's see. Oh god. Okay. We actually have, oh wow. Okay. This is actually charted perfectly right here. All right. So we do have an obvious consolidation between the 50% level and the 382 fib. We can actually just take kind of the width or the height of this consolidation as a generalized area of interest, implied target to the upside. And what do you know? It's in alignment with the 618 fib here, around 21.85, $22 basically. I think this is also a very significant move if it does take it, because it would be taking out the March bull trap of 2022. So while it does have an implied target there, it probably has a short-term stop, but also continuation implied from there as well. This is really, really good as well. It's just obviously not making new all-time highs like our last chart, but this chart compared to most cryptocurrencies that have been around for multiple cycles stands out head and shoulders above 99% of other things. And the reason why is because it does have macro higher lows. And not only does it have macro higher lows, but in 2018 and 2019 specifically, while everything else in their mother was going down, fucking down, 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 this thing was just going up, 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 and just higher lows the whole way through. So very, very powerful. I do think it is breaking out here. Yes, you see weekly RSI back into the bullish control zone, back above the exponential right there. This to me is a signal of a breakout in progress. Volatility is probably gonna start to turn up. That'll be the next sort of confirming factor. And then yeah, probably looking low 20s before the next sort of weekly stop. At that point, I do think that things would continue onwards and forwards from there. Let's see what the monthly looks like as well. I know you didn't ask about it, but I do think that it is important. And what do you know? We do see that the monthly operating on extreme lows for volatility, plus the monthly RSI about to reach for the bullish control zone for the first time since 2021. That's very, very powerful. Again, you're probably going to get a pullback around that region on the first test, but that pullback is, in my experience, going to be a pretty high probability for a higher low and continuation. In this case, the monthly can really move to the upside here. Mid 20s is not out of the question at all. Sorry, actually, scratch that. Maybe more like, well, 25 very, very likely. Even 30 is not out of the question there. Again, amongst the best charts that we probably are going to see today, and has been for years actually. Anyways, let's see. We have fat nuts ? YouTube has the best usernames, man. TAO. Okay, sorry, TAO USD. Let's see what this one is. Tau. It is not on any major. There's no index here, so I'm just gonna go with Gate.io. Hey, another chart that's actually at all-time highs and making new all-time highs. It looks like. No time frames given, so I'm just going to roll with it. You do see a little bit of short-term loss of momentum, so I probably would be looking for maybe a short-term correction, but short-term corrections that come down even to like low 400, like 410, 405 are completely fine. This one very likely makes new all-time highs, I think, next week, actually. Monthly, very, very strong. If this thing does come down to low 400s, I think that's a very obvious bounce region before continuation of new all-time highs. We can take a Fibonacci extension here just to see what areas of interest we might be having. And I suppose the next one's to the upside. You do see this stop here at the 1382 extension, but the next areas of interest to the upside above that would be 520-ish region and then 550 or 555. But yeah, another one that's amongst the best charts. And this one is a 2023 new shitcoin. So that's a good sign as well. I expect this one to probably be one of the better performers of this cycle. But our friend Sal says it's going to be PP. So I don't know. I mean, maybe this one's bad. And let's see. PP, what's PP going to do? It's going up, except on the inverted chart. It's fucking terrible. Anyways, yeah, cool. All right, we have fucking buy the dip. He says Link versus, okay, let's actually do Link versus Bitcoin here and see how it's, if it's, I'm guessing it is outperforming obviously in the short term, but let's see how the long term looks as well. And yeah, what do you know? It's not as actually strong as its US dollar pairing, but of course it's being measured against Bitcoin here. I do think that in, the next week, or it's maybe this week, probably next week, you do see a move somewhere around the highs of November of 2022, somewhere around, I'll just raise this up basically. Somewhere around here, but it's also kind of like the weekly 200 simple. Overall, is this like the macro reversal? Well, it's always difficult to judge on altcoins. The obvious area would be back above the 2022 October highs. If it can take those out on a weekly closing basis, yeah, okay, you do have a weekly reversal. But for right now, you have a low, you have lower low, lower high, lower low, same high, higher low. So potential reversal. Typically, when you do see reversals from downside to upside, you get a higher low first. And this one does have that potential higher low right here, but now it needs to make that higher high, which would be above these October, November 2022 highs right here. If it does that, the reversal is real. You can expect this one to probably play all the way back up towards all the way back up towards these areas right here, somewhere around there, if that were to happen. And to be fair, on the monthly, it does look like that's probably going to happen. Yeah, looking at monthly RSI, we do see it's reclaimed back above the neutral zone. This is a strong long-term signal. I think that this sort of accumulation period over here is very close to being over, if not already over. Weekly is all continuation here. I think that this one's also breaking out as well, to be honest with you. Weekly, extreme low volatility, weekly RSI back in the bullish control zone, even an inverted herp and derp right here as well. And weekly Jules about to turn up. I think that this one's going to continue from here and probably complete the reversal. Anyways, moving on, we have thinking about the name. All right, nice one. You're from Dubai. Cool, man. We're actually going back there pretty soon. SEI. Okay, so we did SUI. Now we're going to do SEI. All right, let's try this one. SEI. Oh, nice. This one does have an index as well. Not as strong as the other ones, actually, that we've seen. Did hit, I guess we had this targeted region here, the 2618 extension. It's getting stopped there for right now. Playing between there and the two extension. So let's see. Let's go down to like a daily. Okay, daily is a little more obvious. Consolidation underway here. This one is probably not continuing to new all-time highs like now or really anytime soon. Okay, I shouldn't say anytime soon, but like anytime in the next week or two. you know, just playing around with it within this region. Short term probably comes back down, tries for another low somewhere around 55 to 53 cents. I don't think it's going to break down there unless if Bitcoin breaks down. Then again, we actually do have a potential downside signal over here emerging, but it's not quite there just yet. Ultimately, I think you're most likely to get something like this, man. Bounce off there again. And if it's going to be healthy, if it's going to be long-term bullish, you'd expect the bounce coming off this region right here to reclaim these highs back above about 75, 76 cents that you saw in late January. If it does something like that, that's going to look pretty damn good. It's not going to imply like a breakout exactly from that point, but it would imply that the consolidation, which probably gets resolved maybe later this month or / early March, does get resolved to the upside. If you do start to lose this area right here, about 53 cents, at that point, I would be looking for a much greater pullback, a much greater correction, which can easily come down to like 42 cents-ish region to 40 cents. Wouldn't be too crazy. I'm a little bit more biased towards this one probably coming down, actually, but at the end of the day, my biases don't really matter in this case. It's going to likely follow whatever Bitcoin does in terms of like overall direction. But yeah, you asked for the daily, 12-hour, and 4-hour. Let's actually go to the 12-hour. Same thing. Same thing here, basically. Sideways at best. Short term likely plays out some more downside back down to these lows, but I'd be looking for it to bounce there. I don't think it's like breaking down or anything like that. Just range plays here. Anyways, we have another thinking about the name. He says TIA USD on the 4, 12-hour, and daily. All right. So TIA, did we do this one already or? No, we haven't. All right, let's check it out. Celestia. We don't have an index for this one, so I'm just going to go to Binance because it used to be the preferred shitcoin place of operations. Very similar chart to the last one. In the short term, a little bit stronger, but kind of the same thing here actually as well. I'll generally just be looking for, I already have this one charted out. I'd generally be looking for sideways consolidation plays, kind of between, I would actually move this down, although this has been working, but I move this down here. You know, I don't think it's going to be doing something like super interesting in the near term. I do think short term, it probably does come back down similar to the last chart that we looked at from you, maybe closer to like 15 or 14 and a half. I don't think it's going to break down from there as well. I think you get another bounce. And the question is, does that bounce reclaim this high right here? If it does, okay, great. Consolidation starts to look pretty fucking good for a resolution to the upside overall. Maybe not exactly from that moment, but if the bounce puts in a lower high, then you got a real problem. And at that point, it actually might break down, and you probably see moves back down to like 12 and a half to somewhere between like 11 to 12 and a half bucks if that were to happen. But for right now, just probably some buoyant sideways, I expect, for the next week or two. Similar to Bitcoin, very similar to Bitcoin, I do think. Anyways, I actually thought it was the same person again. Futu Cuckoo says... That's I don't know where that name's from, but I think he is Swiss based off of his currency. Hey Krown, what's up, man? Sovereign, okay, SOVRYN. Okay, all right. So this thing looks, I've never seen this thing before. I don't think it looks completely new to me, but it's been around for. Okay, it's been around for years, actually. Very interesting. Does have a macro reversal here, which is also of interest as well. Although, you know, anytime you go down 99.5% from your all-time fucking high, you have to ask some questions as far as to the long-term health of this thing. But anyways, you're looking at the 3-day weekly. Is there bullish divergence? I mean, the bullish divergence happened like way back here. And there actually wasn't bullish divergence, or at least the bullish divergence that you did have was like here in December of 2022 on this low. Is there bullish divergence over here? No. You can't have bullish divergence because this was an up. This is a higher low and this is a higher high, so it's an uptrend. So you can't have regular bullish divergence in an uptrend. You can only have hidden bullish divergence in an uptrend. Do we have hidden bullish divergence? I mean, there was hidden bullish divergence right here. You can see it on Caretaker's RSI, but that's already played out. I mean, that's like. That's a fucking 260% move, man. Like, I wouldn't count on it having like a lot. It might move more, but it's not going to be from that signal. You want to wait for another signal to populate itself before looking for more. But if I'm just looking at the 3-day time frame right here, yeah, I do think that it might spike a little bit higher, but you are getting close to you're very, very close to the next local high. Yeah, very, very close to the next local high. It might have one more slight move higher, maybe to $2, but you have major divergences forming right here on the 3-day time frame. Actually not present on the weekly, which is interesting, but nor is it present on the 5-day, but so that probably just means, you know, short-term or relative short-term pullback. But I would be cognizant of that. You know, probably one more extension to the upside, maybe around $2, which is actually kind of a crazy move here, and then pull back from there. But you're starting to see extremes on volatility, so I would say that the timing of this rally is very close to over. Maybe another week or two, maybe another week or two, but very, you know, very impressive rally from the October lows, to be fair. It's 800% move. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I get it. I get why you're looking at that. But as far as like that current signal or that hidden bullish divergence signal, which you did properly or accurately assess, I would say that after a 200% move, it's very, very likely played out. Maybe you get another extension on that, but the big grand portion of that move is already played out. It's a fucking phenomenal move. Thinking about the name says he's back. Holy shit, man. ICP on the 4-hour and 12-hour and daily. Okay. So this is Internet Computer Protocol. Very nice name. But actually, it does look like it is in a good place for a continuation move, actually, out of a unconfirmed macro reversal here. You actually don't have that higher low just yet, which is kind of a little bit strange because you typically do get that on these downside to upside reversals first. But let's go down to the daily. Daily hidden bullish evidence for me right here. I do think that short term it probably does pop back up towards $14. This is actually kind of what I expect a lot of those other shitcoin charts that we looked at earlier today to kind of look like. You know, you can kind of see it trade sideways here, try for the next higher low. This one actually kind of put it in a little bit more aggressively, which is a good thing, obviously. I don't know if it's necessarily ready to continue from here, but overall, this one very likely does continue. Probably not this week, probably not next week, maybe next month. Kind of hard to judge timing of these things, but short-term upside move, yeah. 12-hour, same thing. Hidden bullish evidence on this last higher low, and 4-hour, I imagine, is actually had some regular phantom div right there. But yeah, overall, you know, in the more short term, I would be looking for it to retest these highs somewhere between like $13 on the lower end to maybe as much as $14 on the upper end. And sideways is going to be considered good for this one in this range overall. Let's see. We have VC. We have a real VC here. T triple Qs. Okay. Let's see what we have. All right. What do we have here? What time frames? Weekly and month. Okay. Very high term time frames. Let's go to the monthly. Okay. The monthly is the easier look on this one because the monthly reversal is real. And the monthly does likely play up somewhere towards like 65, 66 overall. The question is the weekly continuing from here? And I don't know. I think a healthy amount of I don't know is the proper answer for this one. I don't fucking know here. The weekly is kind of hard for me to judge because I do see multiple things going on that are like contradictory of each other. We see many drives of bearish divergence on the weekly time frame already forming. So it's like you could very easily get a pullback to, I mean, very, very easily $50, but even like 46-ish, 47 before that next higher low. The monthly I do think is a lot more obviously upside positioned, and I'm curious what the quarterly looks like. I know you didn't ask for it, but yeah, quarterly very likely does trade further to the upside within the next 2 months basically. Quarterly hidden bullish divergence just reclaimed the moving average. This is fucking good long term. It's just in the more near term based off the weekly. Does it continue from here? I don't have strong opinions on that. Let's see. Thinking about the name is back again. He's looking at OP. All right. Symbol OP USD. Optimism. We'll go here. And you're looking at 4-hour, 12-hour, and daily. Very consistent with your time frames. I like it. Let's see. Okay, so apparently I have this one already charted. Okay, I guess this one was relevant for the weekly. We'll move it down for the daily though. This one, okay, again, long-term good. I mean, I like these weekly higher lows. Yes, it's just not as strong as some of the other ones that we looked at today. You know, in the more short term, does it pop back down to like 270, 260-ish region? Maybe, yes. I do think it bounces there nonetheless. I mean, the LARP lines over here are kind of playing out. Not exactly, obviously. Just shuffle them down, I guess. But something like this overall. You know, I don't think it's breaking down. I don't think it's breaking out. I think you're going to fill out this space for a while. Yeah, I don't really have strong opinions on it other than that. I'm not fully convinced that the higher low is in just yet. I do think it could very easily come down to like $2.50 and then you get your higher low. Long term, monthly, what do we have? Yeah, I do think if you get like a short term move down to like 240, 250-ish region, that would probably operate better as a higher low on the monthly. Other than that, long term good. It's just I do think it has more room for correction here first before another try to the upside. Luke Doyle says EFR, Energy Fuels. So this is a real stock, I'm guessing. And let's see. It's like a real stock, real earnings, real shit. Energy Fuels. Okay, it's this one. Okay, it's on Canadian exchanges, so I take all of that back. It's basically a shitcoin. But the chart is good, at least on the monthly, which you are asking for. Nice. And you speak Spanish, which calls into question your Canadian hood. But hidden bullish divergence right here, back above the moving average, even an inverted herp and derp on a higher low. I think that this one retests like 1175, and long term, this one should actually break out to the upside. Yeah, this is a really tight consolidation below the 55. This one more likely to break out to the upside than the downside long term. You know, I wouldn't be surprised to see this one maybe like end of year in like the mid 20s. Yeah, fair enough. Interesting chart. Let's see. JT32 says MicroStrategy MSTR or no Monster. Is it? No, this is MicroStrategy. All right. What is MNSTR? God, man, those ones used to fuck me up. When I was a market maker authorized trader in my pit, we traded Microsoft, Monster, and not micro. I think maybe MicroStrategy might have been there as well, but it always fucked with my head because I would trade Microsoft a lot. But Monster is like MNST, and then you have MSFT, and then you have MSTR. Like, really fucks. Like my dyslexia really fucks it up. Daily, weekly, show BBWP and Stoke, please. Well, we can go look at that chart, I guess. Let's see, MSTR. I don't think it's gonna offer anything like super unique on this one. I mean, pointed down and consolidation right here as well. Not really helpful in this one. Monthly, to me, this looks a lot more like a local high, and this one comes down. This one comes down before it's and likely puts in a higher low. To be fair, likely puts in a higher low. Let me go back to this chart. Let me go to the monthly. Yeah, I mean, retesting this breakdown area right here. Yeah, you did get a big pullback from it, but I do think it pulls back a little bit more. Let's see if there's any divergences. No, actually, that is interesting. The real question is how far does it come down here? I do think low 400s is very, very likely. Other than that, I don't know. What are you doing? Is that okay? It's too cold for you now. All right, fair enough. Ho ho ho. Daily, just playing around with the range. Probably found a local high right here. Probably comes back down to this low at like 445 region in the more near term, but that's not really like super interesting to compared to the long term, in my opinion. Kenny Bernardi says CHR USD daily and weekly. Okay, CHR USD. Chromia. Okay, I'm guessing this is a 2019 shitcoin. Does have a macro higher low in, and actually not bad here on the monthly. Very bullish long term as long as you're above 20 cents. Where is 20 cents? That right here. Yeah. Look, I think this one's very similar to a lot of the other ones that we've seen that had a short term, or not short term, but a relative decent move to the upside in the more near term. But just like the other ones, I do think that you're going to be kind of oscillating within this region for a while before it does try that next move to the upside. Now, monthly is bullish. Higher term timeframes are bullish, but could you do something like this? Yeah, and it probably takes its time. I don't think it's ready like right now, for example. Quarterly, pretty good. Yeah. So I'd say long-term good, short-term sideways, and probably down if I had to guess. Somewhere down around 22 cents for another higher low attempt would look pretty good. Not hidden, but regular bearish divergence coming off these last few highs. I do think it's probably going to correct down towards low 20s before anything else. I need to take a sip of this water, man. I'm damn thirsty right now. Got some more spammers in this chat. I can't stop saying Senor Bing and Mr. Bong around the office. That's right. When you make a good trade, you go Bing and Bong and go fuck yourself. Bots are good for choppy sideways action. I mean, bots can be great for anything. It's just you have to, like, it depends on your fucking strategy, man. It's not just because you're using a bot, it's going to be good for sideways price action. But I think I kind of understand what you are saying there. Bear pumps for everyone. Let's see. Okay, we have Luke Doyle. No. We did that one earlier. We have Michael Longcar. He says, which do you think happens first in your opinion, Bitcoin to 41 or 44? Okay, that's a really good question, man. Bitcoin to 44 or 41 first? I'll tell you why this is such an interesting question, because neither of those two specific regions does anything really like impactful for price in terms of like overall direction, meaning that for me, like, it's just as likely that you test both sides basically, or it's just as likely that you test one side compared to the other one. It doesn't do anything. It's not above $46,000 and it's not below 40,000. What do I think is more likely? Well, let's see. HP to Euro. It's not even really turning down here. Look, okay, here's what I would say is that when you see declining volatility like this, so volatility compression, you're more likely to see price come back down towards the median. If it's more likely to trade closer to the median than not. So I'd say it's closer to come there, but that's not $41,000. That's $42,300. It doesn't do anything for me. So I'm sorry, man. I don't have a good answer for you. My personal opinion is that things probably come down first and then bounce, something like this, something like that. Does it come down to 40? Yeah, I guess that would imply 41. Okay, fair enough. I guess that would just be my personal opinion, but it's not based off of, like, when I'm giving an opinion like that, I really want to base it off of statistics and whatnot. And I don't have anything that's super compelling for those particular price points. All of my stuff is on higher term time frames right here. So yeah, I don't, if I had to say $41,000, but it's not based off of much, just intuition. Which is not worth anything, and I would never trade off of my intuition, or at least, I mean, I have in the past, but that's also why I don't do it now. Now it's bad, man. It's really fucking bad. The Man VR says, can you check out Trump coin, please? Is this real? Does it? Oh, wow, that is real. Trump USD. Oh, it's MAGA coin. Oh, that's great. That is great. I'm curious. All right, it's literally been around for like 5 days. I don't have any opinion on this one, man. I want to see his NFTs though. I really want to buy Elsa one. Elsa's like the biggest Trump fan. No, I don't have. It's an interesting chart to look at, but I don't have an opinion on this. Maybe we can look at this thing. It looks like it's a different one. I think these are like prediction markets here. Maybe no, this can't be prediction markets. That makes no sense as far as price goes. Hey, it's an uptrend. I mean, it's good, but I think you get your next higher low somewhere around here. Just like a 50% retracement, maybe. No real opinions on this, man. No real opinions on this. I don't trust indicators. I don't trust oscillators. I don't trust nothing on this. It's too new. Way too new. Crypto wrecked. D. Oh, crypto wrecked. Crypto wrecked. RD. FET on the daily? Sure, man. Let's see what this one is looking like on, yes, the index. All right. Similar to a lot of the other charts, but relatively weak compared to a lot of the other charts as well. Do you think that this one comes down a little bit more in the near term towards 50 cents? Probably, very likely tries for a bounce there. I don't think that this one's breaking down. I don't think it's breaking down from here. Do we have a chart for this one already? I do. Holy shit. Holy shit, the LARP lines are playing out. Crazy. I think more of this, really. More of this with maybe short-term down here, and tries more of that. If you do see this one really, below like 49 cents, okay, yeah, expect correction to come down, I suppose a good amount further towards 39 cents. But until then, man, sideways is the most likely thing to happen on this one. Sideways is going to be long-term good for this one as well, I do think, but this one just kind of only goes sideways, it seems like. Hard to get excited about, I guess, but just kind of a long way of saying in the short term down, I'd be on higher low watch somewhere around 50 cents. If 50 cents fails, much further down towards like 38, 39 cents for the next potential higher low. And then a lot of sideways, I imagine, as well. Style Sears, I appreciate that, man, but I don't see a damn comment. Where's the damn comment?
I asked, but he didn't.
Okay, Elsa will ask you, and you can tag her. Mr. Ian Terry, good morning to you, man. AVAX USD, Jewel thoughts. All right, let's see. AVAX USD. Okay. Weird one here. I do. Okay, so if I was just looking at this on its own, I'd say not really strong opinions, but putting it into context of a lot of the other charts we've seen today, especially of the stronger coins, I'm inclined to say that this is probably going to be a healthy consolidation right here. And I notice now that I've been saying that a lot on a lot of coins, which makes me really reconsider what I've said on Bitcoin, because I am generally biased towards the downside on Bitcoin overall in the more, like, I guess, end of month time frame. But in this case, you know, based off of the other charts that we've seen, oh, I already have a chart here. Oh, and I already have the LARP lines ready as well. Holy shit, perfect. In the more short term, I actually do think that this one tests the top side, or somewhere around like 39 to 41 bucks or so. I don't think it's ready to break out, for example, but, you know, continue on with the overall range, doing the old sideways dance there.
Okay.
You like that? Long term, yeah, I do think that this one does continue to the upside from here. It's just how long does it go sideways first? I think it can go sideways for quite some time more, actually. Wait until weekly volatility is at minimum below 50 percentile, and at that point, okay, maybe you have a breakout play. But for right now, sideways is good. Anything above 25 bucks is very, very good long term. It's just probably continue sideways there for a while. Okay, what else we got?
Style has the
Oh, Styles is here. What does he have? He's looking at Matic on the 6 hour and daily, or Coin. I actually think Coin is an interesting chart, but we can look at Matic. I'm guessing that's the one that you want to look at more since you said it first. But okay, an interesting thing right here. Weekly, hidden bullish evidence populated in itself on low volatility, and might even reclaim all major movement evidence right there. I mean, if that happens, I'd be looking for this one over the next few weeks to work its way back up close to $1, like 95 cents to $1. Long term, I do think that it's doing something like this, just one massive reaccumulation in this range. It's definitely relatively weak compared to most things, as it did not rally as much this year compared to most things. But you know, it's going to spend a lot of time in this fucking area. It would be good long term, but I don't think it's breaking out anytime soon. Yeah. Overall upside from here. And I do think that the higher low is actually likely already in. It might retest this low, but I do think that this is your higher low, which also implies below 70 cents. Okay, you got some problems, but until then, sideways and up on this one. Okay, let's get back to it. We have Michael Longcar. He's back. He's looking at PYTH. Okay, PYTH. Okay. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one already breaking out. Again, we've seen most also we've seen today have actually been pretty fucking good, except for PP, which is hilarious. Like, except for fucking PP. All of these altcoins have actually been putting in some pretty significant moves. In this case, you know, does it maybe pull back one more time off of a retest of like 55 cents? Maybe yes, but ultimately this one is ready to trend towards new highs for this year. Weekly, really, really strong. The question is, does it have a short-term pullback relatively soon? Maybe yes, but that's going to very likely lead towards long-term continuation. This is good. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. We can maybe do some extensions here. I don't know how useful this will be. Okay, so around like 54, 55 cents, I probably would be expecting a bit of a pullback, but long term, I think that this one's going up. It's good. Definitely better than fucking PP. I'll tell you that. All right, we'll stop. We're picking on him way too much now. It's just mean, I guess. Crypto Rect says STX USD. Okay, this is Stacks, I think, which is a Bitcoin something rather. I don't even know, but I remember that those two are related to each other, so that's probably good. Again, another altcoin, hidden bullish evidence right here on low volatility. Up. The reversal is real. Low, high, higher, low, higher, high. The reversal is fucking real. If it came back down to low $1, like 115, I think that would be a gift. Long term, the direction is up. Yeah, good. I think even short term, probably the direction is more likely to be up, but less sure on that one. Not that you can be sure, but less likely, I should say. Long term, good. The reversal is real. You have a monthly reversal here. Very, very good. But that can obviously take a long time to play out. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one maybe around end of year, probably before end of year, to like, I don't know, above $2, like $2.50, maybe even $3 if things get really, really crazy. Anyways, Daniel Welch says XJO. Okay, Australian index. I'm glad that you specified that. I wouldn't have guessed it. And we have it right here. And another monthly look on a monthly thing that is breaking out. Very fucking good. Very, very, very. This is like picture perfect breakout. Monthly Jewel up, supported by DMI. Monthly RSI, not even in the bullish control zone yet. And monthly volatility, relatively low, but expanding from there on a break, basically of all-time highs, on a closure, on new all-time highs. This one will very likely continue towards new all-time highs. Crazy, fucking crazy. You do have a formation here as well. It's a bit of an ascending triangle. And that would imply a target towards 8,800, 8,900. Pretty good. Yeah. I do think that the breakout's legitimate. I'd be judging it on, well, weekly, monthly is fine. Weekly, like, look, it fails below your January lows. Until then, just let it run. I think that's very, very good. Brent Green says SUI. We already did that one, so all good there. Probably like 10, 15 minutes ago. Hubinoff, who has an avatar that looks strikingly similar to BitBoy Crypto, says AIOZ on the weekly. BitBoy, is that you? I heard you quit YouTube. Are you using random usernames on YouTube now to do your thing? Again, another altcoin that's actually put in a very strong consolidation at a high level. I think that this one actually probably trades closer to like 18 cents. Yeah, good. Again, it's another one that's like, it's probably going to spend, I guess I already have this one charted, but it's probably going to spend its time consolidating here, but that's going to be considered a good consolidation. I don't know, and I'm not too confident that it's ready to break out from this exact posture. I think that's maybe even unlikely, but this is going to be considered healthy. Anything above 9 cents is good long term. And of course, if it does take out these highs here, especially from early January, this one's gonna go on a run above like probably like 25 cents, maybe even as much as like 32 cents, something like that. Be really fucking good. Okay, more water from me, man. I'm fucking thirsty right now. Holy moly. The breakout is real. The breakout is real. It's real. Holy shit. All right, let's see. Okay. We have thinking about the name. He says RNDR, 4 hour and daily. Okay. Let's see what this one's looking like. I guess there's no index for this one. Oh, no, there is. It's right here. Okay, got it. Again, another fucking good one. Okay. It's really starting to make me reconsider my thoughts on Bitcoin. We have so many alts that are putting in constructive consolidations, and the strong ones are already retesting their highs. And this one would be considered a strong one. Pretty fucking good here. Again, I guess we charted this one many moons ago, and the reversal is real, and I think you continue to respect that reversal. I know you said 4 hour daily, but I just want to see the higher term timeframes. Okay, daily probably retests, somewhere around $5. Is it ready to trend from there? I don't know, but as long as it's above $3.50, this thing is bullish, very likely to make new highs. Yeah, on this year, probably closer towards like $6 plus. 4 hour time frame. Let's see. 4 hour time frame probably tries higher from here as well. Yeah, I think closer to like 4.90 to $5 in the more near term. I'm not super confident that it's ready to break out just yet though. But overall, very, very good. All right, so that was Render. Let's do Kenny. He says Solana. Yeah, we haven't looked at Solana in a very long time, and I think very few people are actually even interested in Solana anymore. It's a drastic turn of events. Again, another altcoin doing the same thing. Like this is very enlightening today. Very enlightening. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sal, I pray for people like you, man. Anyways, daily over here on Solana. I mean, the LARP line's still playing out. I think that it's going to. I think short term you do see this move continue. The question is it ready to actually trend? I think you do get a retest actually of like 115 to 120ish region. Holy shit, we almost hit that $75 target to the downside. I mean, that was close enough right there. Just got to just below 79. Damn. All right, well, if that's already played out, yeah, I have to say, look, that's probably the low. I don't have strong opinions on whether it's ready to trend from here, but 5 days looking good. Daily's looking good for at least short term. Another try to the upside towards like 115, 120, man. Yeah. 4 hours, well, short term probably retests somewhere around like 103, 104 region. A lot of charts looking like this. A lot of charts looking like this today. Very, very interesting. Long term, very bullish as long as you're above $80 as well. Let's see, what about the monthly? What does it look like? Yeah, same shit. Same shit here. I like it. I like it long term. Okay. It's because the bottom is in for most of these coins. Yeah, I agree. The bottom is in for most of these coins that we've seen today. We've seen a lot of strong shit. All right, we can ban this guy. This guy's a fucking moron. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. We have thinking about the name. He's looking at Link short-term correction. We looked at one earlier, but I think we just looked at higher-term timeframes. So let's see what we have here on the lower-term timeframes. So like a 4-hour timeframe. Correction soon. I mean, define correction. Look, the thing is that even on a 4-hour time frame, you don't even have bearish divergence possible as of right now. So in order to get bearish divergence, you need to first confirm a local high, come back down, put in a higher low, then make a new high, then put in divergence, then come down and actually put in the low. So it's like, are you going to get a correction soon? I mean, define correction, right? Daily's just continuation. You know, at some point, I think it continues first here, maybe towards like 19, $20, then comes back down towards like 17.5 to $18. That's going to probably be your higher low, and then it continues on and actually confirms the real breakout. And I mean, this is the real breakout. Look, if you're gonna play like a short-term high on like a 4-hour or even an hourly, just understand you're going drastically against the weekly in this case, which is a much powerful time frame. So it's like you're kind of playing with fire, in my opinion. That's just my opinion though. So it's like, yeah, you might guess when like the next pullback is, but neither the 4-hour nor even does the hourly have it. The hourly could actually have it, but I still think it tries a little bit higher first and then pulls back. But difficult one right there in the short term. Long term, yeah, breakout's real. I would respect the weekly and just not really try to fuck with it too much. But that's just me. Anyways, Tyson Patterson says Bone USD. Okay, this is one that I don't think I've ever seen or heard of before. Bone Shiba swap. All right, is it better than PP? Actually, no. They're both equally shitty. Pretty bad. Look, like, it's definitely on the relative. Like, compare this chart to almost any other chart that we've seen today, except for PP. PP is the only other one that's actually gone straight down. This one actually has not made new all-time lows, so fair enough. But for this one, it's like, is it relatively weak? Fuck yeah, it is. Is it going to try for a bounce from here? Probably yes. Might bounce towards like 75 cents. But long term, very, very bad. More likely in the long term, in the next few months, to see back down below 50 cents, probably closer to like 45 to 40. You know, this is just fucking ugly here. Very, very bad. But does it have a short-term bounce in it? Maybe yes. But that's going to be based off of the general market strength, or the broad market strength, rather than just this one. Jeffy Cruz says Algo Daily and 4-hour. Okay, another one that we have not looked at in a very long time, like very, very long time. Let's see where it's at. Pretty shitty. It's on par with PP shitcoin. Let's see. Daily and 4 hour. Okay. Daily. Is it getting ready for a bounce? We do see potential for regular bullish divergence. So bouncing back up to 17 or 18 cents wouldn't be super crazy. 4 hour time frame. 16.5 cents. I do think. Yeah, I think it's ready for a bounce here. Long term, bad, but short term, bouncy. Thing could bounce even, you know, I think best case scenario in the short term would be like 18.5 to 19 cents, but somewhere around 18 cents looks good. Anyways, let's see. Farhan, what's up, Farhan? Do you have any stats for 3-day volatility versus stochastic momentum? Actually, no. The reason why is because I did backtest it one time, and I didn't really find that it was like doing. It wasn't consistent enough to like track long term. So I just kind of gave up on it. Let's see. But you go on to say. Volatility went down to 13 percentile and quickly popped back up. Stokes up. I mean, we can go look at it. Let's go see. Let's go see. All right, where's my chart? Oh, there we go. Okay, and I guess you're talking about Bitcoin probably because you didn't really specify. So I'm gonna guess it's Bitcoin. Let's see. Where's my 3-day? There it is. Yeah, I mean you're 100% right. You know, very low volatility here. 3-day time frame is popping up. This sort of a pop-up, though, in my experience, is not a strong one, however. Like, these ones usually fail. Like, it pops up for a second, then crosses back down. But, yeah, to answer your question, though, I don't really see it work out. Like, I didn't see a good interplay between stochastic oscillator direction and 3-day volatility. What I did see a really good, relationship with is low volatility on the 3-day time frame. You can see that low volatility on the 3-day time frame actually is very fucking good, very, very accurate in kind of timing these major moves. But for right here, these, or at least in this case, like the stochastic oscillator, I don't think is going to be that. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that helpful. Unfortunately, it flips and flops too much. It's a little bit too lagged on the 3-day time frame. I think maybe if we use faster settings, we could get it to work. But then again, it's like, why not just use a 2-day time frame? Because that one's pretty well tested at this point. But yeah, other than that, don't really have an opinion. Let's see. Fucking by the dip. He says AI tech 4 hour. Okay, I'm just gonna type that in and see what pops up. AI tech. Okay, this thing on MEXC. All right, close enough, I guess. You're looking at a 4 hour and a daily. Okay, let's go to a daily first. Short term corrective, but long term, I mean, decent. I mean, it doesn't really have like long term, right? It's been around since August of last year, but probably doing something like this. Probably going to consolidate in this region right here. Just want to see some higher lows above this region. That would look pretty good. But in the more near term, yeah, I do think short term downside, and it's kind of like it's on a higher low watch right now. Where does the next higher low come in around? Anything above like 5 cents, I think, is long term good, basically. So yeah, just kind of judging it over here as well. Yeah, I corrective. I think it's kind of seeing the highs for this current run for a while, and you're going to be in a corrective stance for quite some time. If we go to the 4 hour time frame, yeah, short term down. If I had to guess, probably tries for a short term bounce at like 5.7 cents, something like that. Okay, one more sip of this water, then we'll get to style exteriors for coin on the daily and weekly. Bruh, Valhalla is my exit strategy. All right, Coinbase is actually a stock that I own as well. Not from here though. So Coinbase is actually super interesting here though, I would say. The reason why is because it's already corrected like 40%. Yeah, over 38% correction from the high. Let's go to another chart. Bring it up over here. See if there's anything obvious. There is actually going to be a pretty decent attempt to make a higher low pretty much at this 120 region, I think. It should try for a bounce from here. The question is, does that bounce continue to the upside? Yeah, overall, I'd be looking for something like this. Probably tries to bounce towards there, towards like 145, 150-ish maybe. But that's where the real decision is. You know, I think at best going sideways for a while. And then if it is going to break to the upside, you probably see that like in the second half of this year maybe. Or at least second quarter of this year, I would say. and anything above 117, and I guess you can still say that, hey, this is, you know, the potential for a higher low, but we'd expect short term for it to test back up here and then kind of come back down, play out the sideways range for a little bit longer. And that would kind of set it up for maybe a good second quarter. But for right now, oh man, there comes the coffee. You know, but I don't think it's getting ready to like trend from here to the upside. I think if anything, it would come to the downside. But realistically, short term bounce can come up to like 150, 140 to 145 to 150. The real question is what happens after that. But most likely to bounce here first, whether you're bullish or bearish. JT32 says XLG. Okay, XLG. This sounds like a real stock. It is a real stock. All right, daily, weekly, monthly. Okay, daily. Let's start off high first. Okay, monthly, bullish as fuck. Very likely to make new all-time highs. Maybe this month, probably March as well. Probably March. All oscillators bullish, monthly RSI back in the bullish control zone for the first time since like 2022. What are you laughing about?
Someone didn't like your burps.
Someone didn't like my burps. Well, you can just fucking unsubscribe then, I guess. Enjoy your free analysis, sir. Sorry. Getting spicy today, I guess. Anyways, yeah, so weekly time frame. What do we have here? I mean, look, at some point you're going to be working on some weekly divergence, yes, but actually, this is really similar to one of the other traditional market charts that we looked at. It's like, could we see a correction down towards $38 first, maybe even $37? Maybe, but the long-term direction is the obvious one. The long-term direction is up. Monthly, quarterly, both bullish, especially the quarterly. I'd be looking for this one to make new all-time highs into the end of this quarter and probably next quarter as well. Overall, very, very good. But on the daily, does it play out a short-term correction? Back down to maybe like 38 first? Maybe. Not a strong opinion, though, for me. And then we have Flex Dollars. What does he want to look at, though? No comment. Where is it? Where's that comment, sir? Where's that comment, sir? How does she put up with you? I don't know, man. You can ask her, though. Maybe not me. You curse so much, dude. That's a very astute observation, Dima. Please let me know more informations. What do you say to that? You're right. Oh, God.
Hey, did you say flex?
What? Yeah,
Can you
Flex
tell
Dollars.
back me? 'Cause I've been asking and it just doesn't do it.
All right. Flex Dollars, feel free to just like type into the chat there and we'll pick it up from there. But you didn't include it on your on the super chat, so we actually can't see whatever you want to look at for right now, ma'am. Same with Via Whale Scalper, but I know that you already know that. We'll get to John Dude instead. He says Chili's USD. Okay. Let's see. Chili. Wait. Chili's? No. Okay. You mean CHZ, I think. At least I think that's what you mean. Okay. Yeah, Chili's. Okay. Got it. All right. Okay. On for an uptrend on the 3-month time frame to 35 cents. Looks good on all. I guess you're just making a statement. Like, do you want me to look at it? I don't know. Okay, so you're looking at the quarterly, and you're calling a target of 35 cents. I've said that is unreasonable assessment to be making from a chart that, like, with this information, there's nothing in there that says that. There's nothing in there that says that. Generally speaking, I mean, this is actually amongst some of the worst charts that we've seen today as well, just because it's still in a monthly downtrend. Most things are not. So it's relatively weak. I think 13 cents is maybe quite likely. But that's also if this thing is going to be bearish long term and still be relatively weak. That's kind of where you expect a lower high. So I'd say calling a 35-cent target from here is like a bit greedy. I'm not saying that it can't happen. It's just you want to see a reversal first before even really considering like a really far out target like that. You don't have a reversal here. You have actually continuation, if anything, and you have lower high watch would be really, really strong below like 15 cents especially. So I think it's got a lot of work to do. Not saying that it can't. It's just I'd be more measured in looking for upside, like when it's still in a long-term downtrend. 13 cents I think is more reasonable, even if you're bullish or bearish. Let's see. And again, that's going to take some time anyways. I mean, all right. What else we got? Astrological Ether says ICP 4 hour. We already looked at this one, I believe. I'm nearly positive we already looked at this one. Yeah, we already looked at this one. Look, anything above $9 is good long term. Is it ready to trend from here? Actually, short term, yeah, probably does try up towards like at least that $13 high. But I think it probably trades closer to $14. Let's see. Jason says, bro, I have similar ancestry to you, and we look similar too. What is your ancestry? Is my question. Let's see. When Elsa coin drop? I think, God, don't. Hopefully never, ma'am. Should we tokenize Elsa? I'm waiting for. Okay, we're actually at the end of the chats here, but I'm waiting for Flex Dollars and Via Whale Scalper to say whatever coin they wanted to look at, because they left super chats, but they didn't actually leave a ticker, which makes it difficult to go over. So I will be FTM. Okay, FTM for Whale Scalper. Got it. Okay, FTM. We haven't looked at this one in like, it's got to be years now. So again, another one that's just long term relatively weak, right? It hasn't even gotten this monthly reversal that we've seen most things have, but. And in the short term, actually relatively weak as well. Let's see. Short term, does it try another upside move towards like 37.5 cents? Probably yes, but that's maybe not what you're interested in, I'm guessing. You didn't really give me time frames to go off of, but yeah, it's definitely not amongst the strong, I'll tell you that. I'm inclined to say here, though, that it does try short-term upside. Things get more interesting in the short term if you can start to actually not just test around 38 cents, but actually trade above your January 28th high here at 39.61. If you see something like that, then yeah, I'd extend that move to like 44, 45 cents or so. And then this starts to look pretty good. But for right now, I think sideways at best for a while. Sideways between here on the top side and here on the bottom side. And very, very short term, probably tries short term move like that. Question is, does it take out this high here or not? If it does, okay, extend that move up. And this starts to look pretty good, maybe coming into like March. But for now, sideways, I think at best. If you take out January lows, big fucking problems, man. Okay, I'm still waiting on Mr. Flex Dollars, but I think he might just not be there. So fair enough, man. Just type in whatever fucking TikTok you want, man.
We don't accept refunds.
We don't accept refunds. When Krown coin airdrop? Oh god. Cardano USD. You know what? Let's actually look at Cardano for IBIs. This one used to be like one of the most popular tokens in the whole damn crypto sphere, and now it's like no one gives a fuck about it. People made whole channels about this damn thing. Even like this, there's this one guy who I really respect as a writer. He's like a evolutionary psychologist. His name is Jeffrey Miller. I really respect him in that realm, but even he got swindled by fucking Cardano. Just goes to show, like, even like very intelligent people can get swindled by just absolute fucking garbage. But this one, you know, as far as its actual structure, again, it's on the relatively weak side. It just hasn't had that weekly reversal that we've seen many other things have. But do I think it continues up from here? Yes, actually I do. And I do think that it will confirm a reversal from here. It's just kind of a laggard, so relatively weak. But short term, I do think it trades back up at least towards this high, which is like 54, 55 cents. If you see it trade above that high, I'd be looking for it to actually follow the LARP lines, maybe even perfectly towards 60 cents. But overall sideways here is going to be considered good. Anything above 47 cents is actually good long term. Yeah. Sorry, did I say 47 cents? I mean 45 cents. 45 cents. Anything above 45 cents long term, very, very good. Oh my God, there's just a bunch of comments that started streaming back in. We're going to close the comments after Flex Dollars. Just because I need to go to my massage appointment. Get masturbated. Let's see. Chris has left a super chat, but no fucking comment. For the love of God, man, send a damn comment. Fucking by the dip says Monta 4 hour and daily. Okay, Monta. This is a new one for me. I think I don't recognize this. It's very, very new, so I don't think there's no analysis for me to be doing on this one, man. Especially not on a weekly. I mean, it's been around for a few days. It looks like. Yeah, this is the most history we can get from it. Not even a month old. I don't have any real opinion on this, man. I'm sorry. I know that's not what you want to hear, and I know that's not very helpful. if you put a gun on my head, I'd say very fucking short term. Not that it's worth much for anything, but probably trades back down to 289. But it's not going off of basically anything. Very, very minimal amount of history there. Flex dollars, he says SMC. Okay, my voice is actually starting to leave me now. Let me all right. No more damn chats. Fucking, this is not even the right one. I'm starting to lose it, man. SMC, okay. I'm guessing it's this on Pancake Swap. All right, terrible. What the fuck are you looking at, man? Are you looking at like semiconductors or something? Small cap futures? I mean, that would make a lot more sense. That doesn't make fucking sense. Look, man, I don't know what you're trying to look at, because any ticker that I pull up with this is just not relevant. I apologize, but maybe it's not on TradingView, or maybe just type the full name out and then I can get it. Yeah. All right. We have Giles Debosh. Am I saying that properly, by the way, man? Hi from Thailand. What's up, man? Since the Took Your programs changed my life. Awesome, dude. Thanks, man. Living the good. That's great feedback. That's amazing feedback. Thanks, man. Sounds like you've really put in the work, man. And sounds like you're out there in Thailand doing your thing. Definitely not with ladyboys. But awesome, man. That's really good to hear. And more power to you, man. More power to you. It sounds like maybe you were not maybe you're not Taiwanese, and so maybe you're not Thai. Yeah, maybe not. Holy shit, that's actually really confusing. Taiwanese and Thai. Maybe you're not Thai and you moved there, and you're living your best life. That's awesome, man. Fuck yeah. Good shit, dude. Good shit. I'll still wait just one more second I feel really bad for Flex Dollars, because he's sent in multiple super chats, but like we just cannot find his fucking ticker. So,
Did you do Chris?
oh, I appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, he just said sent super just for hard work and laugh of not adding ticker. All good, man. All good. Appreciate that, man. And thank you for specifying, Chris, because there is like that poll. Sorry, there is that feeling. Okay, SMCI USD. Okay. All right. Also not on TradingView. Like, what the fuck, man? Or maybe super microcomputer. This actually makes sense. Thank you for specifying that though, Chris, because like when it's like when someone gives you something, you feel obligated to give them something back. So it's I'm glad that you made that very clear. Long term good, long term very, very good. I would call out though on the monthly, you are starting to hit extremes here on monthly volatility. So while this one does very likely continue, you're getting close to the end of this rally, and you're going to have very likely bearish divergence on the monthly RSI whenever that happens. So you're entering into like a big topping phase. But is it here already? No, very unlikely actually. I think this one continues to new all-time highs first. Weekly, same shit. Regular bearish divergence building. Extremes here already, but new highs first. So let's see where some areas of interest would be for this thing using extensions. So it's really the only thing that we can kind of pull up here. But I'd say 690 would be the next major area of interest, which is kind of crazy. And then above there, you got like 800. I'm not saying it's going to go there, but this one's entering into like the last move of its parabolic advance, I do think, which these moves can actually get really fucking crazy. So I guess that would be the areas of interest. But overall, very, very good. It's just be mindful that when it tops out, it's going to top out for a long time. Like you're getting long-term heavy top signals. So I think it's a good place to be leaving it off, man. All right. Okay. Sal wants PP long-term. Yes, he wants PP in his face and in his bunghole. That's really, really good. All right. Couldn't help myself, man. All right. We're going to end it right there. Mina Brove. I don't know what that means. Sounds like Finnish, actually. Remco says, Beatles and love to you as well, sir. Does Krown know it's not pronounced PP? Yes, it's PP, not PP. Yes. Sal knows all about that. All right, let's call it right there. My voice is nearly wrecked. I got a massage to get to. Elsa is not waving in the background because she hates you, unfortunately, but I can't do anything about that. She's just ungrateful, I guess. We'll do another live stream next Friday. Next Friday is the good day to be doing it. And yeah, maybe next Thursday, actually. We'll figure it out next week. All right. Anyways, as always, I want to wish everyone the best. It's been a nice, fun day, even through a little bit of shit talking. It's been fun. Hope everyone's having a nice smile on their face on this nice Friday morning, because price action's been more or less boring, at least for Bitcoin. But a lot of these altcoins really, really moving here. And we actually certainly saw a lot of very interesting charts today, which makes things really, really fun for me. I just want to say thank you for that. And actually was quite enlightening as far as, the general trajectory, as what a lot of things are doing. So, pay attention to the strong ones, and ultimately, those ones are going to be the ones that very likely benefit the most in this current cycle that Bitcoin is in. So we'll end things on that note. As always, I want to wish everyone the best of the best. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully next live stream.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it, sell it, ditch it, XR, pitch it, copy, paste it, nudge it, test it, build it, try it, bend it, fork it, hype it, pump it, dump it, rinse, repeat, but quick relocate.